Hello everyone, welcome back to another morning tank maintenance. Shrimp, rare shrimp sighting. Since the pearlweed's been coming up, I was hoping I'd see more of them, so there's one at least. Alright, so I saw someone commenting asking about the different generations of platies in here, how old they are and everything. So there's currently, to my knowledge anyways, 3 generations of platies in here that have been born throughout the summer. I got the adults about half a year ago, give or take. So the first generation, which I would say is about this guy right here, was about 4 months ago. Maybe like that guy right there, that's second generation, so maybe 2.5 months ago. And then here's a lone guy from the third generation. So that's about a month and a half old right there. Sorry, I know there isn't a whole lot to use for scale, but the first generation is at about an inch, maybe a little over 1.25 inches. Second generation is about 3/4 of an inch, and then I'd say the third generation is about 1/2 inch. I'm excited to see that some of the algae is starting to disappear from this quartz rock up here. It was previously completely covering it. Of course, that is mostly in part due to the new red root floaters I have in there cutting off a lot of the light. And in the long run, I think that's going to be better for the tank. Mostly because I'd much rather have the excess nutrients in there, the nitrates, which is what plants feed off of. I'd much rather have those going to the red root floaters rather than just covering my tank in algae anyways. I noticed that the snail bowl was getting very cold now that we're getting into the fall months here in Pennsylvania. So I ordered just like a $10 mini heater, just enough for that bowl. Of course, one of the goals of this bowl is to breed pest snails that I can put into the 20-gallon and 5-gallon to feed the assassin snails, but with the bowl getting so cold, they just weren't breeding very quickly, so hopefully that'll help speed things up. Alright, let's test some water parameters. Alright, I'd say the 20-gallon has gone a solid 3 months now without a water change, only water top-ups, and those nitrates are holding just fine. Very stable. In the 5-gallon. Alright, water parameters in there are holding stable. Alright, it took a little bit of digging around to find Gorf, had to kick up some dirt, but he is right there. There you get some. A few more brine shrimp for the endlers. The rest go in the 20-gallon. Along with some flakes for a rounded diet. Alright everyone, thanks for joining me for another morning tank maintenance. I'll see you next time.